बड़ी खबर ये भी है कि इंडोनेशिया अब यहाँ पर B50 पुश करना चाहता है, यानी कि पाम ऑयल ब्लेंडिंग वो गैस के साथ 50% पे करना चाहते हैं। ये 1 जुलाई से होने की उम्मीद है। IBPA के प्रेसिडेंट सुधाकर देसाई हमारे साथ हैं इसी पर बात करने के लिए। सुधाकर जी नमस्कार। 35 से 40 जाने में समय लगा, एक सेंटिमेंट इमोशनल मूव मार्केट में जरूर देखने को मिला है, लेकिन आपको लगता है कि 40 to 50 जाने में 2-3 साल लग जाएंगे इंडोनेशिया को, और इसका इम्पैक्ट इंडियन मार्केट्स पे क्या होगा?
Okay. Yeah, thank you, Ji. And basically, the crude oil rally and the change in the palm oil, gas oil spreads and the economics of it is actually making not only Indonesia, but many other countries to look to biofuel, basically. And Indonesia, as you know, has been using about a whopping 135 lakh tons into biofuel, estimated. It all started with 80 lakh tons originally. They've been increasing. But if you assume that B50 were to happen in the second half of this year, as announced by Indonesia, then actually you can go up to 1.5 million tons of more palm oil requirement going into biofuel, thereby creating a slight shrink to that extent in the ability to service the food sector. But when we see that on the ground realities, I think B50 is not fully confirmed as it technologically. B45 is something that Indonesia has been toying with. If we assume that B45 will happen first during the second half of this year, then we can expect 1 million tons more. मतलब 10 लाख टन ज्यादा इस साल इंडोनेशिया फ्यूल सेक्टर में यूज कर सकता है. That will take the total to nearly about 14.6 million tons, which is still good. On the other front, in terms of economics, because the global crude oil prices have gone up, the subsidy or the element of the government that support that is required has also come down. Probably still today, about $80 to $100 subsidy will still be required. But export duties have been consistently increasing in Indonesia in order to fund this biofuel program. Implication, if this goes through, yes, I think 1 million tons lesser oil will be available during second half of this year. It is somewhat significant for India because India primarily imports CPO. Then India will have to get oil more from Malaysia and also more from other countries. Now, in terms of Indonesia, which is also insisting on fuel, Malaysia also will insist on slight increase, though they don't have much of a blending demand right now. But Indonesia can go up to 17.2 million tons in terms of capacity. Now, one more thing I want to mention is that the Brazil is also thinking on the same lines, ability to use soybean oil into biofuel. Argentina is contemplating B20. Of course, the loss to usage in biofuel in Argentina has come down from $70 negative to about $60 due to the rally. But overall, the food and fuel will remain as a reality. I think personally that at some stage there has to be some upper cap to the fuel blending demand, because that will come at a huge cost to the food sector, basically. Because as you know already, 25% of global edible oil production is going into fuel blending.
सुधाकर, जैसे आपने कहा कि ऑफ कोर्स इंडोनेशिया को यहाँ पर टेक्निकल इशू, फंड टू बायोफ्यूल और वो सारी दिक्कतों का सामना करना होगा. क्या इंडिया के लिए ये एज ऑफ नाउ सेंटिमेंटल है, या आगे जाके आपको लगता है प्राइस इंक्रीज, अवेलेबिलिटी एक कंसर्न हो सकती है?
देखिए, आज के दिन में global prices are a little higher because of the disturbances in supply chain. On one side, you have sun oil, which is expected to arrive nearly 350 to 400,000 tons into India. But since the slight problems have started in Red Sea, so one has to see which are the vessels which have left Red Sea and which are the vessels which are not yet released from there. And there is some delayed shipments of bean oil from Argentina. So all in all, the mustard in India and the palm oil from Malaysia, Indonesia is actually going to be a rescued, or let's say that we are going to be dependent on palm oil for our immediate needs. And on the other side, there is also some slack demand decrease due to on the institutional side because of the CNG or gas, some minimal. As of now, it's going well, but there can be a slight demand decrease from this sector. Overall, I think in April till mid-May, we are well covered primarily. So palm oil will continue to be attractive into India right now because of the bean oil and sun oil continue to be slightly at higher price than palm oil.
एक फाइनल सवाल अगर आप लेना चाहें सुधाकर जी तो वो होगा प्राइस एक्सपेक्टेशन को लेकर। आपको क्या लगता है पाम के प्राइसेस कहाँ जा रहे हैं यहाँ से इन सब चीज़ों को फैक्टर इन कर?
Yes, I think April will be consolidated at these levels because we don't see any relapse in the war situation right now. Palm oil will maintain its strength because India would need some palm oil right now.
Okay.
Longer term, if B45, B50 comes in place, of course, you will find palm oil going a little bit closer to soybean oil prices. The spread between soya and palm can narrow a little bit. But today, since bean oil is $100 above and another $170 sun oil is costlier than palm oil, so palm is well placed right now. It will continue to be attracting demand because this is one oil which is bankable right now without supply chain disruption for Asia.
पॉइंट टेकन। सुधाकर देसाई जी बहुत शुक्रिया साथ जोड़ने के लिए, वो एक क्विक रिएक्शन के लिए भी। तो जिस तरह से कहा गया कि एज ऑफ नाउ यहाँ पर इंडिया को दिक्कतें नहीं हैं, लेकिन अगर B45-50 हम बनता हुआ देखते हैं तो क्लियरली यहाँ पर प्राइसेस फेवरेबल रह सकते हैं और जो प्रीमियम सोया कमांड करता है वो शायद हम जाता हुआ देखेंगे। एज ऑफ नाउ काफ़ी स्ट्रॉन्ग न्यूज़। और जैसे उन्होंने कहा कि अर्जेंटीना, ब्राज़ील, बाकी कंट्रीज़ भी यहाँ पर एडिबल ऑयल से बायोफ्यूल्स देख रही हैं, तो उसका फ़ायदा भी यहाँ पर प्राइसेस में बनता हुआ नजर आएगा।